Join us and our crew on our adventures as we explore the amazing world around us. Welcome to our boat and home, Sea Venture. We hope your time with us is both entertaining and inspiring.
In our last episode, we enjoyed a long period of dolphins swimming along the bow of the boat. Always quite remarkable. We continued our passage down the coast, having relatively calm seas. So calm we got to get close enough to St. Clair to chat back and forth in real time without the radio, and even enjoyed a period of time lounging up on the flybridge about 50 miles offshore as we headed down the California coast. Well, it's Sunday morning and we continue on our way, approaching Cape Mendocino directly off Eureka, California. It's daylight, but doesn't make much difference. Can't really see anything. This is my seat over here in the corner where I've been sitting, because this is the helm chair. Just cruising along.
It is 11:30 on Sunday. We're about 36 hours into our run. And now we are rounding Cape Mendocino. The fog lifted a little bit, so now we can actually see it. Look at these seas. It's been pretty terrific. Well, all good things come to an end, and our fabulous seas are turning a little bit. We've been running in these Sporty Seas for a little bit. We are listing about 25 degrees on the big ones. Otherwise, just going for a little bit of a ride. But as you can see, that's a big one. It's, sporty is what we'll call it. We are in front of Cape Mendocino. It's about a 100-mile stretch that we need to run, and we're just working on trying to get through that, and then we'll be on the, quote, other side, so that'll be really good. But for now, just hanging on. Mendocino. I'm not sure if it's smoky or foggy. I will say the water is remarkable for the little bit of wind. All right, it's about 6:30 p.m. It is not sporty, but it is still very lumpy outside. Some big swells as we work our way to Point Arena. We have about 8 hours, I think, of this. If it wants to lessen up sooner, that'd be great, because we're just getting into the nighttime hours. And as you can see, we have lots of fog out here, so yeah, so it feels like we're already into the nighttime hours. You really can't see much of anything. We have our chart, our radar, and the other radar, so that's pretty much our eyes for the night, and we'll just keep plugging south. Just a few more hours to go, and this too shall pass. Check it out. We spent about an hour. Let me turn on the windshield wiper here for you. We spent about an hour or so, maybe two, in some fog. It's about 7:15. It's our fourth night, and we are about 130 miles from our destination, which is not quite San Francisco. We set it at a bay just shy of there. And we have another 50 miles to go to Point Arena. But the fog has lifted, so we can actually see what's out in front of us, which is really nice, at least until it gets dark. And it looks like the seas are settling out a little bit too, so that's pretty nice too. We're all just taking stock and settling in for a lumpy night, which we expect it to be. Looks like it's going to be calm out there, but I don't believe it. But we're kind of getting into a routine. This is Blake's kind of hanging out spot, and especially when it's lumpy, I try to get him to, there we go, get him to sit in the chair over there, but that hasn't worked out well, so I tend to take that. And Barkley oftentimes is in the chair over there or on this blanket right here. I'm gonna see if we can find him, because he was super adorable where he was the last time I was down here, so I'll take a look and see if he still is. Sorry, I have to go a little slower down these steps. It's moving around quite a bit. There. There's a cute little guy. I put his carrier under our... Say hi. Yeah. Under our credenza in the master bedroom. Hi. And while he likes the floor in here, he's decided that he's okay being in his carrier down there, so that's pretty good. I'm super happy for that, because it's a safe spot for him to be when the water's not great. So at any rate, that's that. Jim's taking a rest, so he can be on next. But I have to say, wow, the fog lifts and it makes it so much different. And he's peeking out down there. You're waking up?
A little bit, because you were talking.
I was talking. There is a boat behind us. It must be St. Clair, and we can actually see him, babe. The fog lifted.
Wow.
And the seas are a little bit better. Well, I don't want to speak too soon, but I think they are. So at any rate, oh, look at that pretty view. That looks reasonable. All right, there you have it. life on Sea Venture as we make our way to Point Arena. Oh goodness, hang on. It's I don't know what time it is. It's 1:30. Jim's doing an engine room check, and then we're going to switch shifts. But while he was down there, the Raycor water separator alarm went off, so he's down there working that problem. So we'll just wait and see how that goes. We have about a couple more hours before we get to Point Arena, and then we still have another 12 hours or so to finish this run. So we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully we can get this worked through, and yeah, so fun. Good news, the alarm is silenced, and now a bilge alarm is going off, so he's draining the bilge pumps. But at any rate, good to have the alarm silenced. It's just not fun to do this kind of stuff when it's in the dark and the seas are, I wouldn't say sporty, but they're lumpy. And so we're doing a lot of moving around and just trying to get where we want to go and do it safely. So at any rate, yes, good to have the alarm go off, and now maybe we can get on with the rest of our transit. We have another 90 miles or so to get to an anchorage that's about 30 miles outside of San Francisco Bay. So that's it.
Alarm go off, right?
It's off.
Yeah.
Yep. All good. All right. Good morning. It's about 6:30 Labor Day morning, so Monday morning. It's the fourth morning of our passage. We just finished the last night, thank goodness. Kind of finished the last night. It is just starting to get light, and that's been kind of an interesting change for us because when we were cruising up north, like in Alaska, as we were going farther north, we'd have shorter and shorter nights, up to the point where we didn't have any nights at all, practically. And now as we go south, it seems like every day it's darker longer, so having to deal with the darkness is a little bit of a challenge. It's been pretty lumpy waters doing this area around Cape Mendocino and Point Arena. We're about 50 miles out of Drake Bay and probably about 70 miles out of San Francisco Bay proper. We're going to go to Drake Bay today, and then and then we're going to stop for a night and get an early start, and then head into San Francisco Bay, hopefully without fog tomorrow, and then work our way to a marina in the south end of the bay. What'd you say? It's foggy, but we're coming around Point Reyes. Hopefully when we get in there, the fog will lift a little bit, but it looks so different. See if I can get you a better view. Alright, we are in Drake Harbor, Drake Beach, something like that. And we're putting the anchor down first time in a few days, and the first time in California. So I'm pretty excited. excited. .7. Woohoo! Look at it go. 21.3. 0.4. Do you want me to throttle back? Reverse? Let's do port reverse. Still 21.3. And now you're not moving. Parabane? Well, we suspected. Oh, yeah. Yeah. What are you going to? Yeah. We could. Green is blue-green, yes. We'll do starboard this time. Well, it's nice there's no fog in here. I'm so excited. This is so cool. .1. All right. So I said set it well here because of the kelp and eelgrass. Pull again. Still 0. Do you want any more throttle or anything? Okay. Alright, you want to call it? Alrighty. Why don't you come in here? We'll turn these off together. Because this is a big deal. And what time is it? I finally did it. You have to look at me. Ready?
Sure.
You get that one.
Okay.
Silence.
You can turn the radar off.
Yes.
Thanks for watching. Join us next time. You know what has to be next. Going under the Golden Gate Bridge. It was truly a memorable moment. Wishing you no wind and flat seas. Bye for now.